Top and aggressive, goes inside, blocked by Holmgren. 6 seconds. Splits the defense, gets into the paint, sidestep, banker, got it with 1 point. Quickly races up the floor. Imhart wide open, corner three-pointer, that's good.
He sees a little bit out of rhythm. They've got to settle down here.
Siakam, Mathurin goes in strong and finishes. Mathurin. Defense from Siakam. Gilgeous-Alexander gets in the paint. Up shot, got it. There's Wiggins. Wiggins to Wallace. Wallace lays it up and in.
It all comes down to the final two teams. Between the Eastern and Western Conference, it's the one and the battle of the Central. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, against Tyrese Haliburton.
Alexander back out. Holmgren fakes. Sidestep. The big man can knock down the three. Not, they say, a two-pointer question in terms of what you do as McConnell gets inside and banks it home. McConnell with a rebound. Touch pass inside. Mathurin lays it up and in.
Tyler Beast here and Wood Spurter here. This is NBA Finals on 2K25. Last one will remain the crowd and for the win as a championship. There's one win for the champion to win it all. Finals gets it done. Season finale. Pacers, Thunders, next on 2K Sports.
Inside, kicks it out. Holmgren again lines it up again.
Nobody's 100%, so we got to come down to the other end and put.
Gilgeous-Alexander splits the defense inside court. Siakam into the heart of the defense, and Nesmith flips it up and in. Williams, nice feed, and Holmgren throws it down. McConnell saw Wallace turn his head and knocks down another jumper. Past Mathurin all the way to the hoop. Layup is good. McConnell pushes, kicks it out. Mathurin fakes, fires, hits a three. Mathurin 7 point.
Big part of why they're here.
Oh, Haliburton with a beautiful floater. SGA Hartenstein. Counted and a foul. SGA kicks it out. Williams back up top. Wiggins straight on three. Got it.
Hey folks, it's Wood Spurter here, and I'm here with my two other broadcasting partners here for our pre-game show as we are making the finishing to game number 5 as we've already have done with the last night's game. It never turned out easier before, but now it will happen again. And I have it across with me is all you know for Craig and Silver Spoon. Thanks guys, as we are breaking our way to approachment for our final game, or game 6 necessary. We'll see how this will change in. To make anything that's more possible than that will be our game 5 of the night. And as we're being said, the Pacers and the Thunders have always been the best team, and I've never spotted on anything. And anything at all happens, it makes a great thing to choose anything that's right from the corner. For this one, this will be it. Can the Pacers answer back in Game 5? Or will the OKC Thunders clutch a win and win it all for as a 2K Sports of the 2025 champion? And now for my last broadcasting partner, I have it across here. It's Terry Crews. He's also along with the others with Son of Beast, and for commentary to crew is Gangsta Beast. And reporting from the center court is David Aldridge. He'll be joining us here for inside of the court and see what he has to perform on. Let's hope there's anything that's good. Now let's get into work. Can the Thunder win it all? Or will the Pacers strike back and head to Game 6? Game 5 of this conference of the finals begins now. See you all later, everybody, for in between the intermissions and, of course, post-game show. It's one of the big nights here back at OKC. Both teams are ready to prepare for tonight. Good evening, everybody. We are back at OKC. I'm Terry Crews, and I'm here with my broadcast partner with Son of Beast and Gangsta, and David Aldridge is reporting on sideline. We got tonight's game in this matchup. Tyrese Haliburton is on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Nemhard is with Aaron Nesmith. Siakam, he's right to her in a power forward position. He's with Miles Turner. On the other side, we have his Isaiah Hartenstein. He's with Chet Holmgren. And in center, we have his Jalen Williams. He's also along with Lujan Stewart. And Gilgeous-Alexander is a key matchup for the point guard positions. I'm really dying for this one to make it happen because Game 5 is where we are all in. I can't wait to see how this goes. It's game time. Let's hope it gets things going. The ball's tipped and we are ready to go here in OKC. Siakam will start here on the court. He's on Chet Holmgren. Right to her in the wing. He'll try to make the inbound and go into Andrew Nembhard. Setting a screen will be Miles Turner. With the change, here's a shot for Nembhard. The first shot won't make in. And a rebound by Aaron Nesmith. Off to Turner with a big pass back and forth. Gilgeous-Alexander on Tyrese Halliburton. Down to 2. With the shot. And a 2-pointer will drop in with a teardrop. That'll be his first bucket in Game 5 against the Thunder.
Now, when I talk about Tyrese Halliburton, he really has to make that one with a big one off the target. No percent of a word of it won't be like that.
Lujan Stewart right to the wing. He has it again to Jalen Williams. Williams looks to pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein over by Miles Turner. And a shot is off the mark and rebounded by Miles Turner. Got a great strong defense effort back the other way.
You know, I bet that Miles Turner would be able to do one of his better tricks.
But the coaches were saying that for Miles Turner, he has been doing a lot of his defensive effort. No hard feelings with that one here. I understand. But more than that, they have to make it. Like it's on the right track to get in. What a setback by Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's now the first turnover for Indiana.
Never say never. Never mess up in this house. Well, you know what? Game 4, that seemed to be Indiana. Yes, sirs to me. But I think Game 5 is a no, sir.
Halliburton, a pass over to Aaron Nesmith after the turnover. Here to take. Double man on him. He's open outside to Siakam. And he gets a 3-pointer from the wing. He's got his first 3-pointer of the night. 5-0. And here's Jalen Williams the other way. OKC trailing by 5. Off to Siakam to Hartenstein. Fades. Passes over. Now finds it off to Williams. He looks over to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tries to work it off. We're to 2. That's good. That will be the first 2-pointer for Gilgeous-Alexander. In Game 5, he has the first one in.
Talk about that one. Gilgeous-Alexander must have had this with his own first 2-pointer. That really made a good start.
Here's Halliburton for 3. Off the rim. Carried in. Rebounded by Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets his first rebound in after put back from Isaiah Hartenstein. And now he sent it over. The turnover gives over to Miles Turner. Andrew Nembhard with a little spin and a drive. That's off the mark and rebounded by Holmgren. Right over to Gilgeous-Alexander. For the shot. His second bucket will turn it in for a next 2-pointer. They're now closing the game, 5-4.
Well, I know how Shea Gilgeous-Alexander may have that with a great drive. I mean, I love the energy. This effort is making it look stoppable. I want to see how he can definitely do it.
The first foul is given by the Thunders. That will be Gilgeous-Alexander on Lujan Stewart. That's his first foul and the first team foul.
And you see a drive happening with Andrew Nembhard, that's where it goes in. And Lujan Stewart made a hard contact foul. That one is going to make him get to the free throw line for shooting 2.
This will be his first trip to the free throw line. Stop the clock nearing a 5-minute mark in the first quarter.
I never know for it. Andrew Nembhard would really have to make the advancement. I don't see anything that's going to make that change in. Number 904 really have to make it clean.
He gets his first free throw of the night. And you know what I say about Andrew Nembhard? It's just how he just makes it a great look. I mean, no hard feelings, and because of how this happened, I know it doesn't really help out for Andrew Nembhard to make his teammate. He really has it all. Key pressure is in to make his goals.
Well, he does have so. I mean, that's a lot of hard strength here for Andrew Nembhard. But nothing I would tell him now.
You really have to change it all. What do you have to choose for?
And maybe I say now for Engine Ember, he may have to just go this next step in. I think the next rookie season might just go into to be a pro to an all-star player. He might have to do it over his next take. We'll see how he can handle it.
Over to Hardenstein. What a dunking! That is right in the paint. That's the first assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Look at the drive. That hustle made it in for Hardenstein. I love the feeling about this.
Nemhard with the struggle against Legion Stewart. The pass over to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander on Halliburton. Halliburton pass to Turner for the three. It's off the mark and rebounded by Holmgren. That'll be his second rebound of the night. 4:20 remaining in the first quarter. He'll have it over to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He's on Nemhard. Neesmith, and is now Holmgren on Halliburton. Dort rolls the pass back to Holmgren. Tries to get the pass over. He'll look over to Hardenstein. Here's the triple. Legion Stewart's first three-pointer is off and missed target. Siakam the other way. The give over to Tyrese Halliburton. Solid deep contact here as Legion Stewart picks up his first rebound of the night.
No change feeling about Legion Stewart. He would have to give his own for first rebound of the game, and he would actually get over it.
He have to make that with a huge stop motion. They're getting onto a good attack. Dort against Jalen Williams. He has it again to Holmgren. The pass over to Hardenstein. Backstepper for the two. It's no good. Rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Aaron Neesmith on his way. And a shot. And that's off the target. On a solid contact here in the defense. Great play by Jalen Williams.
Well, Jalen Williams had a really good effort here. I think he wants to do it for his army on his fight.
Hardenstein back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Set a screen for Holmgren. Here's the alley-oop. Put it over the way, and he has it slammed down for Chet Holmgren. That's Gilgeous-Alexander with the second assist. Timeout by Indiana Pacers with 3:02 remaining.
Looking at a great start offensive. That's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. It's got a great look.
And like I said before about Chet Holmgren, he really had a lot of great blockings on a shot. I mean, what is your strategy now, and what do you think who had the best plays?
Well, I'm pretty sure that Chet Holmgren is really trying to be on its way. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but let me tell you that Chet Holmgren is really making a lot of huge responsibility efforts here on defense. I mean, he's really showing it all how he has been determining. For some reasons, I really wanted to say is that he really had been pushing it off, a lot of hardness game plays. I mean, it's not really much done afterwards.
What do you think there, Gangsta? Do you think that Chet Holmgren did the best?
Well, sure so. I mean, I have to say now that Chet Holmgren is really keeping it all in. Anyway, they really get to choose it in. How Holmgren's been doing, I think his defense effort has been turning great. I'm going to see this to believe it.
New switch off on the court is coming in for Pacers and for the Thunders. Motherin's checked in, TJ McConnell's checked in, and Brandon Shepard, and Obi Toppin and Jabari Walker. For a new change for the Thunders, we have is Jalen Williams. He's with Aaron Wiggins. Alex Caruso comes in on the court. And across is Aaron Wiggins, is Isaiah Joe, and Christian Wallace is in the court.
Got a first bucket in there that time, and that was a great off of the target line. He got a good lead.
Caruso, the pass over now finds to Wiggins. He looks to Jalen Williams. The pass off. Wiggins with the shot. His first shot can't go in as it's defended by Obi Toppin. Here's Brandon Shepard. Shepard right out to McConnell. Again, Shepard for three. First three-pointer misses off for a substitution of bench points.
This is not how you start things off. You don't want that to get out of the way.
Williams, Joe for the three. Passion. That was the first three-pointer by Isaiah Joe. That'll be the first one for tonight on the Thunders.
You gotta say that Isaiah Joe made a three-pointer. That's a great start.
Mothering for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Jalen Williams. He'll have his second rebound of the night. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. A send-off to Wiggins. Wiggins with no one around. He looks to Wallace. Wallace slips it through. Fades the shot. Looks back over to Isaiah Joe. Here's Caruso for the three. It's good. He makes a three for the first three-pointer of Caruso.
That's the best point when you're going to start it off around Caruso.
Line up and look. Brendan Shepard is good. That'll be the two-pointer for this game. He has his first two in the night.
Now, you say about Brendan Shepard, he really would have to make it off to make the best change. His reaction made that one a little bit uncomfortable, but he might have to do it again.
Wallace passes over to Isaiah Joe. He will find a pass to Wallace again to Caruso. Caruso. Right for the free throw line. It's good. Alex Caruso with 5 points. Now a 16-12 lead. Indiana trail by 4. Here's Toppin. He slams down. Yale making another first of the 2-pointers in. And a big slam down starts on for the Pacers. Wiggins against Obi Toppin. He finds Wallace. Will take a chance for the three. He got it in. That's the first three-pointer for Christian Wallace. Bench pointers got it started.
They're rolling it in afterward. I mean, after Alex Caruso and Isaiah Joe, and now Wallace is in. He's going to have to try and give it all. That's his first of the three.
Solid D by Jalen Williams. He'll have his first and third rebound of the night.
That's what you need to call for Jalen Williams. That's what you need to do to get the right change.
Looks to Isaiah Joe. A pass finding to Wallace. Wallace finds the Wiggins. Here's the shot. The Wiggins shot goes in and out. And it's rebounded by Monferin, setting it to half court, and it's off the backboard at the end of the first quarter. Thunder is on a great start. It is a 5-point lead over Indiana. We'll be back with you shortly for the second quarter after this. You're watching the NBA Finals of Game 5 on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in for the second quarter, we welcome you back at OKC. A great start off here as they're already up by 5. The Thunders are looking for a way to win this game for the first time. How do you think that this will happen?
Well, I might have to say that OKC Thunders had a great night. I mean, they definitely gotten 3 games down, and there's only one thing to do, is one last win. If they do, then they will be the crown. I think the crown is ours, so let's see how they can do.
We start in group for the Thunders. Gilbert Alexander for Illusion Stewart. Hardenstein in center. It's Williams in small forward and Chet Holmgren power forward. Holmgren's team trying to work it off here, and they're looking for a first block in the game in game 5. As for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he has his first block in the game in game number 5.
Well, that might happen to be a change-off. I mean, I want to know how they can definitely do this. This may not be the better choice, but,
Well, he has to get over now to right in the pocket line.
let's see how we can handle it.
Now, back pass here. That will be Siakam. That's our turnover by Miles Turner. Here's Halliburton with a cut-in to drive is off the mark. Reporter for David Eldridge saying that this one is not the better target. As for Rick Carlson, he has been talking into one of a teammate. We really are off to this, guys. Let's keep fighting for the better effort. We're not really done yet, but we need to show how we can handling things off. Let's see how we do.
Yeah, that's been the heart of a better change-off afterwards. You know, Rick Carlson's team's not really showing it off as a score. I know Jalen Williams had a little bit of a hard strike. You know, Rick Carlson really has to make sure he is already aggressive right now. And for some big reasons, they're going to have to make sure they're already in prepared. No stopping the feelings down of it. They've got to make sure they have it in. Great shot here for Pascal Siakam. That's where the 2-pointer comes along.
It's 23-19 as the Pacers are trying to get a close game. They're down by 4. Here's another one to Gilgeous-Alexander. The give over now finding a Holmgren. Right to the middle. Off the backboard and in the net. That's Chet Holmgren. His second bucket of the night. We passed 2 minutes in the first half, but the timeout will be on Indiana Pacers.
Really wanted to say now, Chet Holmgren's really like up for the hustle.
And for saying for this one, and we're talking about this for Chet Holmgren. He made this look on his better easy strategy. The one thing that makes it happen was Holmgren's better reaction to show what he makes it in. His first start of the draft has made it in since 2022. And he's declaring for the draft and is forgetting his college ability. He was a highly targeted among his prospect known for his unique combination of size, shooting ability, and defensive potential, turning to comparisons from players like KP.
And you can definitely spot on from one of the best ones of how he's made the selection. He made it over from college of Gonzaga University. That's really what I mentioned to know about this for Gonzaga. And for realizing that KP might be at least a better, so at least on a target, I think this might be a better strategy to show how he's ever doing. The combination is great. I want to see how he can handle it.
Same do I.
Big substitutional changes here on the court as now Miles Turner and Miss Halliburton will now start things off. In the middle, and blocked by Hartenstein. That's 2 blocks in a row for Isaiah Hartenstein. Chet Holmgren's watching on him. How does he get a better blocking out of it?
I don't know, man. You never know how this is going to change out. I never see anything like it's going to do for him.
Williams now finds it over to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Toward middle, he's fouled. That'll be his first foul on Tyrese Halliburton with 5:40 remaining. And first team foul on Indiana.
At the line for your opponent's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And from playing for this basket in his high school year, he now knows that he has been able to play for his last part of the game. And he was playing for St. Thomas More, here at Hamilton, Ontario, and he was one of our biggest on the games. His high school's turned to be really well. He made it all the way up. And he was he participated in the Borders, the basketball without the border camp, and a 4-star recruiter of one of our games to be committed for Florida. Well, it was just really recruitment here for October 2016. Hey, it's just been only the one thing that I might have to say for him.
Yeah, I always know about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been like one of our big takes.
He's one of the better selection to be here, and he was the most valuable player for the Kentucky Derby on his most classic at one of the days. And then in 2017, he did a Nike Hoops Classic game. He was really looking into a better Winston Summit, the world team selection. He now knows how he can handle things off, and he really had chosen everything. I love when he says that. That Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's been like one of the best. I mean, he's been like pushing the hard work after him. He really wanted to make it like clear. Give it all. A great rebound here by Illusion Stewart as he passed the 5-minute mark in the first half of the game. A set over to Chet Holmgren. He'll have to swing to Jalen Williams. A pass to Hartenstein. The back over to Holmgren and he gives it to Williams, and now it's Stewart. Stewart looking for a screen. Toward the wing. Here's a set to Hartenstein, right in the range. He slams it. What a pass by Illusion Stewart.
There you go. That's one of the big numbers, a big fella. Hartenstein really would like to get it off to a great humble.
In middle, Hoffman slams the one-hand dunk down. And he works it off and trying to give it up with another goal to take in with some slam dunking competitions afterwards. Now Gilgeous-Alexander has it over to Holmgren. Just about 4 minutes remaining in the first half. 29-24 is the score. That bad pass broken up here. And here comes Halliburton. 2-on-1 zone. The shot. And Holmgren rejects that. Tries it for a second time and he doesn't get it in there. It's rebounded by over to Holmgren. He has his third rebound. Great first rejection here. He finally has one.
Well, that's what Hartenstein was really thinking of how Chet Holmgren was going to get to. Now you know about Chet Holmgren. He really had a first block.
Door up and a drive is good. Illusion Stewart with the first 2-pointer. 3:30 remaining in the first half.
Just how you can play it like that for Illusion Stewart. I think that's what you wanted to do for him.
Timeout. Indiana Pacers with only 3:27 remaining.
It's been a great start afterward. I mean, now they're expecting to do, you're up by 7.
And you know the rumble out there. You know how they can handle it. No pressure makes sense, but that's what happened. The Bison is the great to make the key.
Now I know what you're thinking now. That Bison's really like the big battle. Rumble on the tank. It may be the better shot. I'm not sure. You might be thinking of wow they will do, but that's the timing target. How it will change everywhere.
And
And now we've got a halftime show coming up for you as we're nearing it closer to the end of the first half. We have Ernie Johnson. He's along with Kenny Smith and Chad. They're ready to prepare things up in just about 3.5 minutes. Here to get ready to start for our halftime show.
I think this would be a great choice. I believe that you're going to be loving it.
And you will love it too, because we do have the next one in. Once Game 5 is finished, and the Stanley Cup playoffs to the finals will resume at 8:30 back at Amaranth Bank Arena in South Florida. The next broadcast partner will be Craig, and he will be also joining with us here from the other side, along with the others. Don't miss out. Game 5, Stanley Cup Final of NHL 25 on EA Sports, only on Sunday Base. Now some new group changes here for the Thunders and for the Pacers. As 5 players are checked off. 5 players are checked on court. And now with a big change here as Dort's checked out. And back on court is Christian Wallace and Jalen Williams. Right to the layup drive is good for Mofford. He has 7 points in the game. Only 3 out of 6 field goals was made.
I never see how Mofford was able to do it, but this layup drive is like impossible.
Wallace passes over to Gildrix Alexander. The pass now finds to Jalen Williams. The other Jalen Williams will have a chance. Fades on Jabari Walker. Over McConnell. That shot given away here as now Toppin will have it again to McConnell. Here's Mufferin. The drive is off and missed again. Holmgren with over now to Jalen Williams. Holmgren with only 4 points in a game. He now has it to Williams. The pass to Jalen Williams the other way. Back to Gildrix Alexander. Alexander shoots over Mofford. That's good. Gildrix Alexander with 8 points in the game. He's 3 for 4.
And I know how you can definitely feel that is a big response. No change would ever do.
Mofford against Christian Wallace. Back over to Neesmith for the 3. 3-pointers off the mark. Down to 2 minutes in the first half.
Well, he misses on that one. I mean, this is when a cause is going to happen. No 3-pointer was ever going to give it up to anybody. You have to watch out if you have to make it playable count just right.
Williams against Gildrix Alexander, and now back to Holmgren. They're looking for a championship on the win, and hopefully the finals of the MVP might be giving a crown over to show how it's down. McConnell losing the ball, rebounds it, Mofford for 3. That's another base 3-pointer miss for Indiana. Jalen Williams will now reset it again to Gildrix Alexander. And now pass it over to Jalen Williams the other way. Passes out to Gildrix Alexander. The fade now finds Holmgren. Here's a shot. That's off and missed again. Rebounded by Neesmith. And here's over to Chester Mofford, and the big tip knocked him over, and it's now Jabari Walker. He slams it again.
How does this happen? I don't know how we would ever do this, but this is like a big slammer. Don't take a chance.
Holmgren toward the middle, he's fouled. That will be Obi Toppin, his first pistol, and their second team foul for Indiana. Just under a minute remaining in the first half.
At the line for 2, Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren approaching his way down to his first free throw line for the first trip.
Now, I know what you were thinking right now, that Chet Holmgren is really like giving it over, and he definitely did. Now, this is what happens when he was able to get to a great start. And one of my big takes in this impression really might have to say how this will do. He made it all with an absolute savage.
He missed the first free throw. And here's how this changes in. As a new group, Brandon Shepard checked in for Benedict Mofford. Thunders are making the changes here. Now this time it will be Alex Caruso and Aaron Wiggins. You're checked in. And now Isaiah Joe returns on the court, subbing in for SGA. And he gets a second free throw now. He made it all with the possible on his great duration, and he made it all. Walker finding a pass to Shepard. 45 seconds remaining in the first half of the game. McConnell, here's a take. This shot, Toppin for 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Chet Holmgren.
The three-pointer was a little off the kayak out there. He's not really like pushing it off. He's got to make sure he's able to get there just in time. Williams outside on Jabari Walker to pass it over to Holmgren. That's good. Holmgren with another two-pointer. He has 9.
That is what you wanted to do. I mean, Chet Holmgren, he really pushed it off.
Shepard slowing it down a bit, chasing down the clock. Boss on him. What's a big finish? Here's Shepard, 3 for Toppin, and that's off, and we end the first half. Great start for the Thunders. They're up by 10. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with you shortly. Let's go over to DA.
Thanks very much, guys. Coach, on defense, not the start we'd hoped for. What has to change going forward?
We got to take care of turnovers and get the shots that we want, and we'll put ourselves in a lot better position to get back and find these scores and guard them better.
Good offense leads to good defense. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, there, DA. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. The third quarter's underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They really poured it on in the second quarter, building the lead to 10 points. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
They're running some great offense right now, working the ball in a good spot, not forcing them shots. We'll see if they can maintain that discipline in the second half.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Hey, Ernie, it's not hard to see while they're down 35% of the field. They've got to come up with some new wrinkles. If they can create better shots, then they have a better chance.
And that'll do it for us for third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to the Paycom Center in OKC as we're ready to prepare for our third quarter. Taking a look at Holmgren on his biggest momentum of the game. He's been on the firework.
The big change in reaction is going to make it a whole change day. I want to tell you now, Holmgren, you've been doing everything.
Yeah, I've been seeing things from Holmgren. He's been doing the same thing, just like KP does. Or maybe he might have to choose how he will do on his next season. On the start of the third quarter, we are ready to go. And we have Indiana. Halliburton is with Andrew Nemhard. He's with Miles Turner. And Aaron Neesmith, he's with Pascal Siakam. Holmgren will start with a shot. That one rolls in and out, and it's rebounded by Miles Turner. Indiana trail by 10 as they're now trying to get to Andrew Nemhard. Right turn range, and that one's up and in. Andrew Nemhard with the first two-pointer to start the third quarter. Reporter for David Aldridge saying that this is what we are choosing for. As for Mike Budenholzer, not really what the team did, but there's one change for Mark Nut. They really wanted to make anything that's more likable. He said that we're really on a great start there, gentlemen. We have to show how we are. We have to play this like we do the right way. Let's keep trying, and then choose a defender. Locked in, get ready for the third.
Yep, that's what he was trying to do. I mean, he was already hyped. I mean, he really has to shoot it off,
but he can get everything down. Here's Felix Alexander after an offensive foul and a three-pointer by Siakam. Jalen Williams has it in. Off the backboard, miscommunication here. Here comes Halliburton. The shot. Denied by Holmgren. That's 2 in a row. Here comes Hartenstein. Solid D by Miles Turner. He now sends it back to Tyrese Halliburton.
I don't know what happened over here. You really didn't think that would change it in. That one is over and raged out.
That didn't really happen. After Siakam with the slam down, here's Jalen Williams. The three for Dort. It's no good. Rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton in trouble. He will slam it in this time. Another throwdown and a defensive breakdown for the Thunder.
Where's the defense? You gotta be in there.
Hartenstein
Around Turner. The scoop is no good. Great steal by Miles Turner. Halliburton trying to work his way in. Trying to give to Siakam. The roll comes Holmgren. The shot. Oh my goodness! That is a big monster takedown here on a defensive effort. How could he stop that one?
I don't know. I think I was going to make that one an unbelievable chain. It might have been Hardenstein or Holmgren, but I'm not sure if that is.
Felix Alexander now finds Williams. Here's Holmgren for the three. It's gone. Page strikes back in. That's 12 points for Holmgren. And here's Nembhard. Takes a timeout with only 5:18 remaining in the third.
There's one answer and then the other one next. This is big blocker chain afterward. I mean, you just gotta slam it and just keep slamming it, man.
I really have to say that this is turning to be excellent.
No style to know. Hey, what I have to do for it?
To do anything. Now let's say about one of his quotes here for Chet Holmgren. One of his better of his confident and trajectory, and for one of his making of the finals. The first one he says was, and he has posted on his Instagram story, I think I can be a 50-40-90 player. And then he was later added to make myself in 2 months, and he was asking to be one of his best players in the NBA. And then his making finals was one of our big chances. The Comets are making it into the finals. And they said, and he says, they adopted me just because I'm from the trenches, from oxtails to lobsters. Now they gotta watch the kid in June.
Well, I may say, the new kid is coming to town afterward, and after the NBA Finals is coming down to the end, I think he's going to be one of our bestest to have some absolute kicks on the best in town, so they might have to choose a basketball in.
Well, I made to say so. I'm not sure how that will change, but that's going to make it out. Possible thing. New substitutions are on the court for Pacers and the Thunders. Aaron Neesmith is checked out. And Andrew Nembhard will now have the next joined over by Benrick Moffaret. And for the Thunders, Hardenstein's checked out, and Jalen Williams is checked in. After a miss by Siakam, here's Hilbich Alexander. 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Williams, a give back to Williams. Again, to Julian Stewart. Trying to watch on him. Again to Williams. Here's a 3 for SGA. It's off and miss. Williams goes up and goes in. Williams with a great rebound in. He'll get his first 2 in. Not for Jalen Williams in number 8, but number 6 was Jalen Williams. It's back to Halliburton. The 3 for Nembhard. No good. Rebound by Felix Alexander. He has number 2. He's over now to Williams. The give over now behind the Holmgren. Holmgren pass to Williams. Williams over Turner. That's good. Jalen Williams with another 2-pointer. He has 4. Tonight is 14.
He really wanted to do that? I bet he would.
Siakam, one-hand dunker down with his hand. He has 12, and out of 5-12 field goal range, he's been on it so far.
Now, when I know about Pascal Siakam, he would have to get over to some competent range. He would have to choose it like he did.
Lugenstort passes to Holmgren. And now he's set to Williams. Here's a take for Williams, but the layup is good. Jalen Williams with 6 points. He goes over and under. Tyrese Halliburton on Lugenstort. Tyrese Halliburton trying to get over to Nembhard. Rolling in to Turner with a shot. Off and missed and rebounded by Holmgren. Holmgren with his 7th rebound. He'll have it to SGA. Gilgeous Alexander now finds the Holmgren with only 3:13 remaining. He'll now have it to Gilgeous Alexander. Making this flop change. Holmgren, deep 3. Didn't
get there that far, but he tried it, but it didn't work for him. Well, that's okay, because the deep three-pointers are not easy. I mean, John is really like not need to get that thing right on the target. Timeout is probably taken by OKC Thunder with under 3 minutes remaining in the third.
That's what you need to do. You need to hydrate this one to get back in the game.
With this one, it is a closeness of a contention. 47-41. That's right in toward the line. Now, scrimmage has been taking it over for some reasons. And you won't miss a moment with the next reaction. The object invasion is back in. As for the next level, we'll race things on from Fusion Animation beginning on September 12th for this next reaction. Don't miss out. The object invasion. First episode starts on September 12th, only on Beats. And with some other ones here that they already missed, but we'll get into reactions soon, are one of each. That being said, it's ITFT. It's time for the episode 9 of 9 o'clock and episode 2 of the Internet is Handy 4 Hospitality. That will be the next one right in its way after this game. And never miss a moment by hitting that subscribe button and also hit the comment down below if you have any recommendation, if you would like to check things out, or anything that's comical and exceptional to give some improving feedbacks. And without noticing, click on the icon down so you don't miss out with new videos. Be sure to hit it. If you don't, somebody will. After new substitutions here, here's Wallace. He's finding over to Joe. Williams, again to Wallace. Here's a chance for the 2. Or Halliburton is no good. Mothra with the rebound with only 2:30 remaining. And here's Mothra to finish. A great D here by Andrew Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins has made his 2 assists, but no stop here.
Well, I thought that rebound would almost have been turned to be like it was okay for Aaron Wiggins. I think he may have to choose it for the next one.
Right to Joe. What a take in. He lays it up and around the rim. And he has a 2-pointer to get 5.
Just what you wanted to do.
Alright, so Joe is really up to the challenge. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Here's Joe against McConnell. The 3 for Topic. No good. Rebounded by Ombre. And it's now over again to Christian Watts. He's over to Alex Caruso to give again to Ombre. Trying to stab her on Jabari Walker. Pocket 6. Wiggins in. Over topping. It's good. Aaron Wiggins with his first 2-pointer. He finally got his first 2 after first juggling in the quarters. He finally has it.
Just what you need to do for him. I mean, that's what you have to get in.
Get the right target. Oh, Caruso! He slams it out of here. Takes a rejection.
That's when you need to get the first block after it. Oh, Caruso. What a take.
Brandon Shepard coming in for Tyrese Halliburton with some new changes for Indiana. And with only 1:15 remaining, they'll have their possession. Outside is McConnell. The 3 for Toppin. Another miss by Indiana. Now Caruso has it again to Aaron Wiggins. Watching on Jabari Walker. And Alex Caruso will swing it over to Isaiah Joe. Setting a screen for Wiggins. Right to range. Knocked by Jabari Walker with the alley-oop pass. Brandon Shepard on the way, and the foul is on OKC. Alex Caruso with his first personal and first team foul on OKC.
This is not when you need a change in there. Brandon Shepard was really like punching it out. It's not going to make it good to get it comfortable.
Free throw coming up for Brandon Shepard. He's at the free throw line shooting 2.
Whenever you do things, don't be trying to be like very nice afterward.
And you're not going to do this afterward at all. If you're doing it for something that's not completely safe, don't get it over with. Shepard with the first free throw in. Now, I would say about this, about Brandon Shepard, he would really make it next of his career to choose any of it. And for Ben Shepard, he really has made it look easy enough to choose things in. I'm not sure if you all may have to choose for, but that is where it's not Brandon Shepard, it's Ben Shepard. As you know that, you might have to just watch it on it.
Well, I'm sorry, I was not noticing how Benjamin Shepard would be almost like impossible to get the name, so I'm not even sure if that is right.
Wiggins finding again a loss. Over now to Hardenstein. Fate pumps it. And another miss here for OKC. Aaron Neesmith right in the way on Alex Caruso. He's off to McConnell. Pumps the fake. And rebounded by Hardenstein. He's over now to Christian Wallace. A lot of great offensive effort. He has 4 in his rebound for Isaiah Hardenstein. Rolls it in. Here's Judd. Chance for the 2. And he got it in. Isaiah Judd finishes the third quarter.
That's where it goes in. Make the good time, Philip. Be along.
We play 3 quarters in our range, but there's 1 more quarter to go, and that's coming up in just a few moments. We'll be back shortly. And a moment now to reveal the State Farm assist of the game.
Checking out one of the best plays afterwards. I love when you're taking a look at losing story. I mean, this is where the pass comes into Hardenstein. Makes it right to her in the middle. It was great. I totally agree with you. That's why I see so much of a dunk and a better pressure.
We played 3 quarters this one. If you're joining us here for today, thank you for joining us here for our part as we get ready for the 4th quarter. We're going to start off for the Thunder. Gildrix Alexander's with Dort. Hardenstein in center. Caruso in small forward. And Jalen Williams in small forward. Andrew Nemhard makes the first 3-pointer to start the 4th quarter. Just about 7:40 remaining. They're at the start of the 4th quarter. He has it over to Lugens Dort. And 1 step closer for the Thunders to win it all for this year's postseason of the advantage. Here's Gildrix Alexander to finish him. Drive is off the mark. And it's fouled on TJ McConnell. That's his first personal foul, first team foul. Shea Gildrix Alexander, and he's in the free throw line, shooting 2. This will be his 2nd trip at the free throw shot.
This is what the tempo is. I mean, for Shea Gildrix Alexander, he's really like all into the pressure. And I've got a great feeling for this guy. I mean, he might have to do it all, just like other players would do. I mean, they're overachieving their goals. I mean, big height, you might have to do for all.
Gildrix Alexander hits the first free throw. Now some new changes as Tyrese Halliburton returns on the court, subbing in for TJ McConnell. And as quotes is happening with Shea Gildrix Alexander, he's one of our big takes in of one of our notable quotes that he wants to do. I'm just trying to get better every day. And I think I do so. Because the awards and accomplishments that will be ever to come for the last part of the game.
He will do. I mean, his accomplishment will be achieving in his goal. I mean, his better heights might be in the right step, so he might have to do all for the finish.
Miles Turner against Lugens Dort. The dish over to Neesmith. Neesmith for 3. Open look, but not able to get there. Great D by Hardenstein. It's not a rejection, but he just stepped it up in a tough contested shot. Now over to Jalen Williams. Williams has it to Dort. And back to Gildrix Alexander. With a new change. The screen for Williams. Right to the middle, around turn the shot, and he scores a bucket in the drive. That's another 2. Incredible comeback range. Wow. How does Alexander realize the timing? That shot is right in the aim.
I just noticed it, and he was really up for the target, and I know he would do. My fella, SGA.
1 shot remaining. Foul by Miles Turner.
You know, I have a great range for SGA. He's been like doing a lot of great attacking, great effort on his own zone. I mean, he's been like under siege.
Wow, perfect stop on that. You can play like him, or you may be defending. The double team on him. On a shot. SGA! Denies that shot to try to get it off on a rim, and he misses.
Well, that's what you do. If you miss that shot, I mean, I think that's going to like turn things over. Great team by SGA on Tammy Celebrity.
Caruso again to Jalen Williams. And he's now over. A give over by Halliburton as he breaks up the pass. A spin move, and there's a bumping foul. That will be a personal on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his second personal and a third team foul. Chet Holmgren comes in for Alex Caruso. And now back to the starting five. Gilgeous Alexander to pass to Dort. Dort pass now finds Holmgren. Holmgren goes to Gilgeous Alexander. And a pass to Williams. Over Chet Bennett. And Mothran got a great D, and that's Nemhard with the rebound. Here's Halliburton to finish, and he scoops it in the starting drive to slam it in front of paint. 5:45 remaining. 58-47. They're trailing by 11. We have to find a way back. I mean, they need to do things right now for Tyrese Halliburton to get a close game. They've got to make sure they have it. Holmgren pass to SGA. Here's a three. That's another miss by OKC. Andrew Nemhard walks his way in. Halliburton outside. Watching it closely. Passes to Mothering. Mothering on Williams with a shot. Chance for two. No good. Rebound by Hartenstein. And Gilgeous Alexander will have it again over to Hartenstein. Pass now to Gilgeous Alexander to Williams. Williams backsteps, now finds the Gilgeous Alexander. And Dort. Pass back to Gilgeous Alexander. On the drive, it's good. Gilgeous Alexander. He's incredible on the making power play. He has 15. Luchasaur had a possible range in his own assist. Now with Gilgeous Alexander, he will be able to have his next take on. Mothering pass to Halliburton for two. That rolls in and out. 4:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. And Hartenstein has it to Gilgeous Alexander. Slows things down now by Hartenstein. Here's a three for Williams. It's good. Right from the corner. It's Williams for 9.
And the fans are really loving it, that too. They definitely got them rumbled up. Kyle in the house said, no sir, we want Thunder. Thunder, gonna win it all.
Turner. Halliburton for three. It's good. Another three-pointer makes it in for the Pacers. Halliburton trying to answer that back again.
He does. He has to get over this. I don't know how he will do, but Tyrese Halliburton, he might be able to like scuff it up for a bit.
Jalen Williams to Gilgeous Alexander. And pass to Luchasaur. Luchasaur watching him. Here's a three for Holmgren. That is good. Another two-pointer for the Thunder. Holmgren's got 14 and Dort with the assist. Getting closer to the end of the fifth game. Another dunk for Halliburton. That will be 14 points in this game, and he really has scuffed it up. Williams decided to take this on timeout, and he will stop this one here with only 3:15 remaining. This is really what the best take is, isn't it?
It does so. I mean, he really have it all to take in.
And it's now at 65-52. We'll step aside here and we'll get things onto a finish when we return. In just a few minutes, we'll have, after the game, as you'll have is the 3-star players in the game, and then along the other way will be most of our valuable player of the finals. As for the finishing, we'll be in for game number 5. And then after that, we'll have our statistics scores after the finals of the announcement for the player of the MVP to finish things off. Post-game show is coming up underway next after this. And if not the win for OKC, then we will have is game number 6 back in Indianapolis. If necessary, we'll see how this will change in for our next game.
I think this is going to be all what I know for. I think SGA is my take because he really worked it off really hard. I'm going to go with this guy with the Finals MVP. What about you, Gangsta?
I'm going to say the same thing too. SGA, he's one of the main men out there.
Thanks, guys.
I would say SGA too. I mean, we'll see how that goes. And speaking of which, your New Balance player of the game is Chet Holmgren.
Holmgren's been like doing the best, absolute better plays in this offense.
You're still better to make the standout afterward. When you do things for real, you make the defensive effort and just finish it all when you go. He's working on his way now, and his next season will tribute to see how he will handle with his extended contract with the OKC.
Big Thunder Power is on his head.
Just about 3:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Jalen Williams has decided to pass over to SGA. And speaking of it, SGA, as David Aldridge was saying before, SGA might be the better star for his night, so he might be able to finish things off. And for the block, it won't be anything that might change it all. As for technology, he really had a lot of great patience on his work. The better routine, he really enjoys it, and his better feeling will be able to continue.
I really have to say no, but Mark Denoby's really been on an undercover, and for some reason, won't be today afterward to get it down.
After the foul has been given by Benedict Mathurin, it'll be Jalen Williams on the free throw line shooting 2. In the fourth quarter with only 3:01 remaining. First free throw's good for Jalen Williams. Over now, I mean, when Jalen Williams is really like acceptable to do everything, that's what I need to know for. The better strategy is a great way to keep things on. Williams hits the second free throw. Coming down to a final 3 minute in the fourth quarter. Halliburton, the pass over to Turner. Turner watches him out the outside range, finding Mathurin. Mathurin for the drive, and he's fouled. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he's been kept in for another foul. And Chet Holmgren's like, he's that up. Yeah, Benedict Mathurin's really able to get it finishing off, and he really whipped it up around the target range, and he did not really think that it was going to call for a foul. As a new group on the change here, as Benedict Mathurin's at the free throw line shooting 2, he'll have his chance to get into a closest game here. It might be they might have to catch it up a bit.
Yeah, they have to do that. I mean, catching it up is a great way to do for Benedict Mathurin. He's got to make sure he's got the right target in to show how it's done.
Mathurin hits the first free throw. And like you said before about SGA, he really has to make that patient afterward. And Chet Holmgren's like, take it easy a little bit. Ease it down. Don't make it too much hard aggressive on that. Point guard positions are really like turning to be easy enough, but hopefully he won't be doing it too much aggressive to do on defender players. Mathurin hits the second free throw. The Thunders will carry the ball in the Pacers zone. SGA working around a little bit. Slows this down, now finding a losing storm. Here's a chance for the 2. Rebound by Holmgren. He'll get it back to losing story, and Williams is in the range. Back to Dort for the 3. It's good! Kaboom! Outside zone. Losing story's got 5.
There you have it now. Really storming a little time easier.
And timeout by Indiana Pacers. Only 2:18 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Well, Lunin Storm really had a lot of powerfulness. I thought he was going to miss the 3 again, but he didn't really think. Now what happened?
Just 2:18 remaining. 70-54 to score. Changes here for the Pacers and for the Thunders. Now Miles Turner will have Benedict Mathurin off, and as Neesmith is back on court. And back the other way will be for the Thunders. They'll slow things down a little bit as Hartenstein is back the other way. Down to 2 minutes remaining in the regulation. He'll have it to SGA. Right to Holmgren. Holmgren passes down to Jalen Williams. Williams, no struggle in. Holmgren up. Over Turner. And it's good. Holmgren with number 2. He has 16. And it's Williams with the assists.
just powerful enough to do for more. Plenty of action field time.
Siakam, into range, 3 for Halliburton, is off the rim and rebounded by Jalen Williams. Williams got his third rebound. He has it to SGA. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has a number now to Jalen Williams. Now it's over to Holmgren. Holmgren bounce pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with a shot. Tries for the 2, but he doesn't make it in. And rebound by Neesmith. Neesmith got a lot of work to get in. And a shot for Siakam is off the mark. Hartenstein has a now losing score. Down to a final minute in the 4th quarter. It's over to Hartenstein. And passes now find the door again to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren works his way across with a shot. Up and in he goes. It's a number 2 for the Thunder. Now it's Neesmith. He has his first.
Personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for your Thunder, Chet Holmgren.
Just one more change here, as he'll have the new group substitution. Alex Caruso is with on Isaiah Joe. And Christian Wallace is also checked in. For the Pacers, Jabari Walker's checked in, and TJ McConnell's also checked in. Just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Holmgren knocks down the free throw.
It's been like the better one to be here, but now you know. The fans are going to love this one now, and they're bringing the Thunder to a win all the day long. They won't make the stop afterward.
Exactly, Gangsta. I know what they all have to do for. It's been a night. We really enjoyed it. And now with that being said, it's been a horrendous on a day, and they all look.
Hartenstein will take a little break here. And as for now, Alex Caruso will finish things in. Just one more left, and Alex Caruso will change it over to the Pacers ball with 8.7 seconds remaining. One more group substitutions for the Pacers and for the Thunders. 3 players are checked off. 3 players are on the court. Nembhard and Halliburton are checked in. And for Thunders, Holmgren is finished. He will be subbed out, and as Williams will check back in with Aaron Wiggins. Fans rise. The wait is over. Thunders are your NBA Finals champion. 75-54. We win the series.
Been a big night afterward, and now you know, we're going to win.
Don't stop me now. That's what Thunders comes in for the happiness of their life. And that will do it. Along with all the broadcast partners, along with David Aldridge and Gangsta Beast and Son of Beast, I'm Terry Crews. You've been watching the conclusion of the NBA postseason. Thank you, and good night.
Alright guys, thank you so much, and as for being said, Thunders are your NBA 2k25 Finals champion of 2K Sports. Season 9 has turned to be the end. And that's right, we're making things for the finish, and as for being said, as we're looking over it from the other side of it, that is where the Thunders had won their first championship since the many years ago in the 1950s. As the Seattle Supersonics, they were only the ones that they made the finish, but the Thunders are the only ones to be remained. And I've always had to treat everything about it possible. I want to say that this is turning to be an absolute incredible win to make things all in perfect conditions. And now it's time for 3-star players in the guide. I'll send it over to you, Silver Spoon. You're tight. Alright, thank you very much. The 3rd-star player of the game will start things out as they will make things a possible look to change things in. The finishing was really turning to be all it does. Jalen Williams with 11 points with only 3 rebounds. He made 3 assists and only got 4 out of 5 field goals. Just 1 3-pointer and 1 on the other side of it. With 19 performance effort, he had a great night. And now over to you, to Craig. Thanks so much, and now is our number 2 as we are sending it over the other way. Tyrese Halliburton is making a finish on his own. The better zone is a take, 14 points, only 2 rebounds with only 5 assists.
just 3 steals. He really made this one look impossible. 6 out of 15 field goals and 2 out of 4 three-pointers was the finish with 3 dunks and 25 performances. That's where it comes in to go for all. And now over to you, Spoony, you're number 1. Well, my Nick is number 1, and that's going to be the New Balance player of the game, Chet Holmgren. 19 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists with 2 blocks in the game, and only 8 out of 11 field goals, 1 three-pointer out of 2, and 29 performance effort with 1 dunk. He has been incredible for so long. And now to send over to our finals MVP, I'll now send it over to Tyler Beast. Tyler, who do you have with us?
Thank you very much, as I now will have some dedication to all of it, and for the finishing, it's been turned to make the touch afterwards. With all the finishing of the season, it has turned to be incredible to make anything. And now, without further ado, I present it to you with the NBA 2k25 of the Finals MVP. And tonight's MVP star goes to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He makes things with the better finishing and all the better driving. It is turned to be incredible to make things finish after work. Possible is, he has it all but the finishing on the range, and he just did all of it. Hard work pays off. SGA to the fans. Thank you very much, guys.
And with all that being said, I can't wait to see what SGA has. And for the next season, he will change it all to do anything that he will do for.
And for the finishing, it's really been big to touch afterward. I've always loved this, how his play has been generated to. And we'll see him back for next season.
And for the finishing and the touches of the team comparison, this is how it is. And it's exactly what it is now. I mean, especially you, mate, who really made it all, met the finishing. 60% for the field goals for OKC, and then it was only 33 3-pointers for the Pacers, 93 votes for the OKC on the Thunders, 4 fast break points with Indiana Pacers. Then it was 30 points in the paint for OKC, but only 5 second chance points, and bench points was 21 and 23 assists. Just Pacers with only 11 rebounds, and only Indiana Pacers had 7 steals with 1 turnovers and 9 dunks were performed. The other side for the Thunders, 36 defensive rebounds, then it was only 8 for the blocks. Turned to be like impossible enough. Made that one insane for the rejection. 3 team fouls was less. Turned to be great. 21 biggest lead was right on the topic, and 18:47 was the finish for time possession. And well, folks, it has come down to the end. Season is over.
I'm really sad of how this will change it in here, and I've always had to say now, we couldn't make the done afterward with everybody.
I always exceeded there too, there, Silver Spoon. We always will say things, but the finish of it, we got the Stanley Cup later, and then after that, it will be done. Exactly. I know this will be a great chime-in. I will say now, it's been a night. Now we can go home and we can get to rest, and then we can get back into work.
Exactly true. The countdown for the NBA 2k26 is right around the corner. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and this has been a part of the best year to change things all. What do we know? First championship. It's now yours to crown it for the banner here at the arena for the start of a new season.
With that being said, along with my broadcasting and partner, we'd like to thank you all folks for watching, and a special thanks to all the viewers who have already subscribed. You made it more possible than not. And with that being said here, folks, this is Wit Spirity, along with Silver Spoon and the other course with Craig and Tyler Beast and with Son of Beast and our whole entire crew for the NBA 2K Sports. You've been finishing off with this one of life's lifestyle. With all that being said, this is NBA 2K25 signing out. See you all next season for NBA 2K26. Season 10 will be all for the 10th generation, and for his channel, it's gonna be an exciting one. I love to see how it is. Anyways, thank you all for tuning, and with that, so long. Take care, everybody. Adios. See you next season. This is NBA 2K25 signing out. So long, everybody.
If you don't, somebody will.